me. Hello everybody and happy Saturday. This is M333. I'm the TO for the night. Tonight we are doing Street Fighter 6. It is the another game in our Shifty Summer Showdown series where it is first to one, best of one the entire tournament. And with me, I have Kuwamoko and 2BA.
Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing extremely wonderful on this Saturday afternoon, 7:41 Central Time for us. Yeah, you got it right. As Mia said, it is I, the guy with good rhymes and good vibes, cool local time as per usual, and I'm joined by a new challenger who's shown up to my ring in my eyes. Hey, it is 2BA when no, there is nothing to be announced there right there.
Hello, everyone. Yes, thank you for having me on. But I can say I am quite interested in this bracket we have here. Never have I seen a Street Fighter 6 bracket where it is first to one the entire way. This is something else. I'm all excited for it.
It is definitely a big difference compared to the usual first to best of three format, really. Best of three, best of two, whichever one you prefer, really. But a lot of these players did show up, and again, it's first to one, so I'm honestly of the opinion that there should be no reason no one's not ready at any point to play. Like, everyone should just either have their lobby set with their opponent, just wait for the confirmation from the TO, and go from there. But I'm the guy behind the screen with a mic that is right in front of him, so I have nothing more to say other than just an opinion. I am no TO. I hope y'all remember that. But definitely not wrong about that. We still have plenty more things coming along for next month. Schedule for XFS will be brought up to you guys in just a few moments, somewhere during our tournament. And of course, again, first to one, so we'll probably be switching commentators for a second pretty quick too at a certain point. But with that being said, we can talk about that later. One of the matches will be coming up shortly. Let's get into these players for a minute because we got Jazdero, rufianMX, Supergrenas, EC, and Jewelman all coming from the Street Fighter pool known as Killers. And very, very strong players nonetheless. We're gonna have a Blanca, a Jury, and I forget who Grenyas plays, and I think Jazz is playing Bison, if I'm not mistaken. So lots of variety.
Last time I recall, Jazz has played a few different characters. He's tried Bice for a while. I think I saw Jazz actually play Mai in a bracket
Oh.
earlier a few weeks ago, I believe.
Oh, so they switched up on me. Okay. Because I remember them for their Bison. I guess when Maya came out, they just wanted to swap, which is honestly understandable. You know, try yourself with different characters, see if you like them, see if you enjoy their archetype, their style, their gameplay and plan, of course. And Maya is one of those characters that can stay in front of your face as long as possible, or, you know, keep a very control that mid-screen space is really, really good. It's she's a really strong character, I will say. Can't quite put everything about her on the top of my head. It's been a minute since I actually touched by it, but I'm like, yeah, I understand why you would pick the character.
I tell you what, though, I'm starting to feel like Capcom doesn't want me to pick my current main Manon after the just tragedy that they did with her, all the nerfs. Clearly Capcom doesn't want me to play this character if they're going to nerf her this much, right? Clearly they want me to play a different character like that's what it has to be, right?
They put two grapplers in the game, and one of them is better than the other. That's still wild to me. I thought they'd be on.
You know what? It's because Japan hates grapplers, period. I think that's what it is. Like, I saw a few Japanese tier lists, and people are putting her, like, high tier, mid tier. People are really hyping her up, but to be honest, I don't think she's that good, man.
You don't see the appeal? Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna downplay your opinion, man. You're free to believe what you want, and that is a-okay by my book. Cause guess what? Manon is a character. I won't say she's super duper bad. She's not unplayable, but it's going to be a very, very big hill for her to climb. And you know, I like to think that Capcom just don't like the French people, which has a lot of history behind it. But we could talk about that later. If you get the joke, you get the joke. It will no longer be made after this. So take it while you got it now.
You better take it for granted while you have it. It's going to go away by the time the stream ends.
Exactly. The VOD will be deleted. You will never see or hear this comment again. And if you clip it, I swear you are my biggest op. All right? My biggest opposition ever given to me in my entire lifespan. I'm also looking forward more to the lifespan of Street Fighter 6 because again we got season 3 on the horizon. We got Sagat coming up pretty soon. Then we have Alex, Crimson Viper, and of course the one and only well-loved returning character Ingrid coming from the Capcom side of things as well. So I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how this turns out. And I'm really especially looking forward to Alex and Viper and Ingrid, honestly speaking.
Dude, I love almost every single character in season 3 except for maybe Sagat. I am all hyped for. The only problem with Sagat is I don't want to play against them. I play honest grappler. I already struggle enough to go in against zoners. I don't want to deal with yet another zoner in this game, man.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Zoning is, oh my god. Where do we start with zoning? We've had zoning in so many other games. Street Fighter was just the start. Then we had KOF. Then we had Guilty Gear, then we had Blaze Blue, then now we got Tekken with zoning in the game for some reason. Like, bro, we're just completing more than a trifecta. We got a whole octagon. All right? So zoning is definitely one of those archetypes that you either love or hate, or you love to hate or hate to love. Either way, there are some well-lovable zoners, and not lie.
The big love-hate relationship with grappler or not grapplers, zoners. Depending on who you play, I feel like depends on how much you like playing against zoners. Say you're playing Kenny with that rushdown style. All you need to do is spin knuckle. Hey, I'm in. I got no problems to worry about anymore now.
And it becomes smooth sailing from that point forward. So y'all can see here, we finally got the fighting ground set up, and we are already in the match here. It's going to be QuinmcGaming going up against rufianMX. Rufian, longtime Street Fighter 6 player as far as I'm aware, has been rocking the Blanca for quite some time, but unfortunately getting rocked by that SPD, or I'm sorry, not SPD, that was command grab. Forget the exact one. German suplexes, there we go. I know wrestling, I swear. I swear I do.
Wrestling. We're all wrestling fans here. Oh, man, but Quinn is not a fan of this counter DI here as Ruffian is going to take the opportunity to take them out, gain one score on the board, round 1.
Nicely done from Ruffian, of course, as per usual. Nice job from Quinn, though, jumping over the wild hunt from Ruffian and got that sick damage on top of that. That's very, very massive. And then the Larry gets beaten out by the Rainbow. And then the level 3 of me. Yo, all right. Put the sticks down. Put the sticks down. Put it down. We are having too much goddamn fun.
Bro, Quinn is playing this game. It's almost as if they're playing a 1-to-1 match here.
it's still crazy, because they can now just do anything. But I also think Quinn just has it, like, he just has Ruffian's game plan locked in. Like, he's not falling for the shenanigans. Look, he just larried him. He only jumped. He didn't even have a button. And then he gets punished, counter DI'd. Double German suplex. We're in the corner. Not good for Quinn, but very good for Ruffian, who's got that install on deck. Guess what? It is now time to play the game.
Oh my gosh, are we even getting the pickup off of the Blanca-chan now, able to continue further? We just went straight through Zangief. I'm sorry. We just faced through the man altogether. I don't even know what happened. But regardless.
I said this before in the past, and I'll say it again. I'm never shaking hands with him. I'm washing my hands clean after I find out you're a Blanca player. Because that right there, that was some dirty stuff. That was the type of stuff you take out of the washer, put in the dryer, and you think it's clean, then you pick it up, it's still like, it is still, what's the word I'm looking for? Like very wrinkly, like damp, there you go. It's still damp. That is how messed up that was to me. That's that damp stuff right there. Words can't describe how messed up that was. I feel bad for Quinn. He had to deal with that. But oh well. It is what it is, and that will be Ruffian moving on.
Dude, you and me both. Just Blanca as some of the dirtiest mix-ups in this game. I cannot stand playing against this character. I always freeze up and just sit in the corner and be like, I don't even know what to do against this character. He's doing Marvel mix-ups on me, man. What do I do? Where do I block?
They really should have put Blanca in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the past, bro, because that character would have been a menace to, oh my god, to freaking society, dude. Can't even say the word I want to say. I'm trying to be mindful. But yeah, it is very, very serious out here with that Blanca. He's been terrorizing the game ever since, terrorizing everybody since he first came out. Mena RD made that like super abundant. He can still get away with it too. He really still can.
Yeah, Blanca is really just one of those characters as I wouldn't say is a sleeper character, because obviously we've had players like Mena RT really just showcase how absurd this character is. Even going to grand finals with Blanca back in 2023 and whatnot, and you have other players like rufianMX showing up. Just so much stuff Blanca can do. It's absurd.
It is hella absurd. And I'll also tell you what else is absurd. The fact that Xtreme Fighters Showdown is going to be at EVO with the BYODOA. So if you are a dead or alive and are attending EVO, you definitely go check them out in the BYOC area at EVO. Give them a helping hand, warm welcoming shout outs, just overall love. Not to mention show some love to that Matcherino, which is you do a good old exclamation mark Matcherino, you will find yourself with a truckload of codes to just go on ahead and claim. Looks like we have plenty of them to give out. See here, we got working with 35, claiming some codes right now. Now it's 34. Where we at? You know, where are we right now? We need codes to be taken up.
Honestly, it's as simple as that, as our TO M3 has demonstrated. Like, all you have to do is click a button and you give our wonderful players 25 cents into the pool. So if you haven't already, check out our Matcherino. You can type in exclamation mark Matcherino and click contribute codes, and you will be giving away free money to our winners of this tournament. But before we get there, we have another match. We got stream here. We got SimplyEgo repping the Mid-South Fight Club versus Supergrenas with the Kimberly.
Got that Ego Nation on representing STG as well, stands for S tier gaming. But that's not S tier right there. That was a grab off of the DI. Grenas goes in again with another grab, drops the elbow on him, no rock. Gets the Tatsu Ender as well in the corner, baits out the throw. Not dead just yet. Kimberly's not capable of doing that much damage. She's just capable of mixing you up. But we don't like that too much, and now it's going to be time for Ego to get something started, putting our good friend Grenas in burnout, who is unfortunately not able to fight back.
So this is actually a pretty funny matchup. SimplyEgo playing against the Kimberly. So a little bit of context. Back here with the Mid-South Fight Club, we run these exhibitions where it's like a bunch of state group battles against each other. And SimplyEgo is one of our competitors from Ohio, and believe it or not, there's at least 10 different Kimberly players in the league. So surely by the time this league's over, SimplyEgo will know how to play against Kimberlys.
What do you mean there's 10 Kimberlys out there? What is going on in Ohio?
It's not just Ohio, it's Kentucky, it's Tennessee, it's Alabama. They're everywhere. We can't get enough Kimberlys, and I don't know why.
There's barely any out here in Texas, man. We can talk about character representations across the nation as much as we would love to, but right now we're at the latter half of this match right now in this first to one. The DI for Supergrenas doesn't have enough meter to make a kill, so he's going to spend that level 1 to try and put that meter for drive. Slowly whittling it down, but not enough. There's the amnesia to escape. The balls are there, still locking us in place. The super check. One more hit could do it. Is in burnout right now. Grenas goes in and gets punished with a 2 LP. Simple as that. And SimplyEgo simply putting us in the final round.
It was a very simple game plan, but it was good enough to give us an opportunity to go to final round here. But Supergrenas is not going to take it too kindly, as immediately we're putting Ego into the corner. But just as soon as I say that, we're jumping out.
And it goes for another throw as well. puts the EX on him real quick. There's a target combo. Now you gotta hold the level 2. JP's favorite time because you got hit, opened up. There's the drive impact combo. Got the spike set up. And once again, in that burnout situation, Grenas does not love this. And we're supering out, but it was not invincible. Gets beaten out by the Shadow Clone from JP. And SimplyEgo will be moving further after stepping.
It was a very simple plan from SimplyEgo at the end there, just locking Grengas in the corner, got the burnout sequence set up with the level 2, and even reading the level 1, knowing that was Grengas' only option for reversal, countering with the fireball was enough to make him win the match and move on to winner's quarters.
Yep, and taking a look at our bracket, still have Ruffian, of course, who we just saw play. We still have Jazdero, and it's going up against legenddaddy. We still have jewelman going up against Jocks, along with Enzo and Issy. And the winner of that will go fight Zombie. Not to be confused with Zombie Azteca, just Zombie. No, there was like play the same character. It's
actually?
Yeah, like in another bracket a few months back, there was definitely 2 players named Zombie. One of them was a Blanca player. I think that was Zombie Azteca. And the other one was a Manon player, a modern Manon player at that. I think their name was also. Yeah. At this point, I think they want y'all to play modern Manon because they are not giving that grappler no love anymore.
Dude, clearly Capcom just does not want people to play Manon if they're just gonna keep nerfing her, right?
They're just, they look at your character and they said, yeah, I don't know, man. This character's a little bit weird, but we're gonna buff Ken again. How about that? Buff Ken, nerf Manon. That is the divide at the Capcom HQ right now.
I am still mad the fact that JP got less nerfs than Manon. Like, this person won Capcom Cup, and the other character only had 1 representative that didn't even make it to the finals. Like,
hey, hands in the air, bro. If I was working at that HQ, it would be a different story. Listen, I said it before. I'm an equal opportunist hater. I think everybody is some BS. All right, every fighting game is some BS, and I'm gonna keep it a buck 100 with everybody in commentators and chat right now. It don't matter what you play. A fighting game is some BS. Yes, we got matchups, but nothing beats the simple fact that this character, on paper, has some dumb stuff. It's just that when we're going up against these other characters, it feels like it doesn't matter. But there's some things that they're still capable of, which renders other characters not winnable against. A little tricky to word that out, but either way, all I'm saying is everybody has some BS. That's all I'm getting. But I love BS. It's funny.
it is funny. I mean, I play Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so I am full aware of there are just some characters that just get away with some stupid stuff in that game.
Man, I know you love watching Morgan, Chun-Li, and Phoenix just pop up on your screen. You love when Morgan builds half a bar of meter and Chun-Li has a whole combo that she can do to build even more meter while Morgan gets meter for you, and then you get level 3 Phoenix when both of your teammates die. Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I especially love is when Chun-Li hits TAC into swap it into Morgan and do the TAC infinite.
You know, there's a reason why I don't play Marvel 3 right now. I'm not trying to watch that. I would rather talk about it than watch it. I got more love for myself than to get hit by that TAC infinite. But then again, there are some that are pretty cool. Dante and Dr. Doom especially. I love watching. I think he has an infinite? I don't think so. He just hits hard.
You don't need infinites. He just hits like a truck in that game.
Yep. Power the Nova Force! Corpse, sorry. Into this match right here. EnzoTheHokage rocking the My Pick. Good punish with the crouching medium punch, by the way. In the corner right now is Issy getting thrown out of their shoes, but able to use the DP to escape. Back in the way right now in this mid-screen territory once again. Issy baits the DP out, gets a very good punish in this mid-screen territory here, pushing Enzo to the other side of the coast. We locking ourselves down with some Fuha, but fighting back with a quick button. Enzo and Issy, same health bars right now.
It's interesting seeing Enzo's journey with selecting characters, because for the longest time we've seen them play Ken exclusively, but ever since Mai came out, they've been dabbling a bit into Mai here and there, but I feel like ever since Ken got nerfed in Season 3 here, I think Enzo's going to stick with Mai, at least for the time being here.
Yeah, it makes sense. And honestly, Maya is still a pretty good character. Look at where Enzo has Issy right now, in the situation in the corner where Issy had no choice but to jump back, just to try and see if that was a worthwhile option. But now Issy fighting back, trying to get something started there. Good DP from Enzo, and then gets another good punish, starting off the combo with 2 MP, aka crouching medium punch. Gonna cash out with the level 2 and immediately take out Issy to put them in losers. Hand me down. Now,
that match was faster than the time you can put instant ramen noodles in the microwave and have it done. Holy Lord, that was what, like less than 2 minutes?
That was not even more than 20 seconds. And you calling me out? I just had some Maruchan instant noodles before we started, man. I walked to the store or drove to the store and I was like, man, I need some instant noodles. Let me just get this real quick. You know, just bring it up, whip it up real quick in the kitchen and eat it. Also, I am no longer buying food from the deli out of Walmart ever again after what I'm a little bit upset with that. We're not doing that again. Nothing but crust. Very disrespectful.
Ugh. Does not sound appealing. But
it's like it would have been appealing if there was, you know, some meat on the bones. I saw the meat. It just wasn't the first thing I got to eat.
Oh goodness. It's not a good eat, but I tell you what, our players are going to be eating well, at least for whoever wins this tournament, getting that big pop bonus of $100, and you all can be contributing to it as well, as if you type in !Matcherino in the chat. There, we still have, I believe, 33 codes to give out for our players. So you head on over to our Matcherino and click on the big claim code button right here as demonstrated. You can give our players free 25 cents added to the pot bonus. Literally free money for all of our wonderful players.
I sure do love free money. You call me Mr. Krabs with the way I'm trying to get the bag right now. You know what I'm saying? Always about the money. Always about the dough. 25 cents is still super duper important. See, I knew there was a reason why I liked Mr. Krabs, because he knew game. He knew ball.
SpongeBob, me boy! We got free codes from Matcherino! It's literally free money!
SpongeBob, you gotta shill the Matcherino for a 3rd time in a row. You know Mr. Krabs wants to make sure everybody gets their money. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't even think Mr. Krabs would let us claim codes in Matcherino. He's probably the one running the Matcherino site. And is just trying to figure out a way to get money from the player.
He's the player. He's the player in bracket, wanting to win the tournament so he can get more money.
Mr. Krabs is literally the bracket demon you should be looking.
SpongeBob, me boy! I just won the Street Fighter brackets! Help me! Get some more Matcherino codes in! I can get more money!
And SpongeBob would willingly go find people to shill Matcherino to just for Mr. Krabs to take their money. Insane tactics being made.
Oh man, but you haven't already. Go ahead and go to our Matcherino, give our players some free money by claiming some free codes.
Please do. Please do. And look, we just got ourselves another code claim. Whoever claimed that code, thank you. Now we got 31 codes left. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the competition. And 2BA are stepping into the next match coming up in just a few more moments, so don't go anywhere, chat. Again, this is a 1st to 1. So it won't be super long. And midway in there, we will be swapping out commentators. I'll still be here, but 2BA will be gone. Place with White Cry will be on in a few more moments. In the meantime, we gotta talk about these next coming matches, which is probably gonna be either legenddaddy and Jazdero or Jocks and Jewelman on the stream in a few more moments there. I'm looking forward to seeing Jewelman play again. I wonder how they've been eaten up since they've gotten the Honda chips.
Yeah, come to think about Honda didn't really get much in Season 3, did he? It was only just like a combo extension and that's about it? Or
I feel like even the most subtle buffs mean a lot to that, and that goes for any character. Like, even if it's simple as, you know, their recovery on their jab has like gotten decreased. It's like, oh, that's an even faster jab. This might be barely reactive, or maybe just like you said, a combo extension can help too, because you can now create new routes, optimize your damage with a whole lot more. Street Fighter 6 does open up some pretty interesting thing with their buffs.
Yeah, definitely, you're right. Because it's interesting seeing patch notes for Street Fighter 6, how on paper it doesn't look like it's much when you say like, oh, Terry, say his crouching medium punch got like 2 less frames or 1 less frame of lag. Like on paper it doesn't feel like it amounts to much, but then you realize, oh, that reduction in lag now opens Terry up to put or do a second crouch medium punch, or even lead it into a special move he can already do before. So it's really interesting how you put, very little tweaks into characters can amount to a massive buff in the long run.
And I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't really give much to, is like in the long run, that's gonna hurt more than is gonna be like, that's gonna hurt fighting, going up against, more than making you feel happy going up against. Yeah, sure. Now you gotta deal with the next BS to it that I've always had that you just didn't know about suddenly. Maybe my crouching medium kick just reaches a little bit further now. You never knew that because I never used it since I had crouching medium punch. Or maybe my quick burn is actually now safe instead of being minus for some reason. You know, anything wild. Anything wild.
Oh man, but it looks like we're going to be heading up into our next match. We got Jox versus Jewelman, as we were talking about earlier, rocking that Honda.
I like that Jox is already starting off by letting Jewelman approach. However, Jewelman does not need to hold down back nor back to get anything started, but Jox will be, however, already going through a lot of that drive gauge. Not too good. Trying to get something back, but the punish from Jewelman, and then the immediate burnout afterwards. Oh, we're not looking too solid right here. Yep, this is exactly what I was expecting. A snowball hell of a match early on in this first set, or first game right here in this round, for Jewelman to go with the Oicho throw and sit the booty down on him, putting us on the 7th.
Dude, I tell you, Honda players have like the greatest momentum compared to like any other character in this game. As soon as they get going, they are not stopping by any means. I mean, 3 DIs in a row into a command grab. Jox is not blocking all of that.
And hey, it's like you said, man, it's like we're playing a 1-to-1. And let me tell you, the 1-to-1 gives these players a mentality that, for some reason, Jewelman is getting away with 2 butt slams in a row. The Jox DP with, and my boy is about to get level 3'd out of their shoes right now. And guess what? That is Jewelman's game. Thanks for playing. Go down a loser's bracket, kid.
Man, you almost gotta have like a Noah the Prodigy kind of mindset going into a 1-to-1 bracket. You know, you gotta not overthink about the situation. Just go, go, go. You only get 1 shot to move further into the bracket, and Jewelman really just demonstrated that so unbelievably well. We saw nothing but aggression, aggression, and aggression, not giving Jox a single moment to even breathe.
What is the purpose of patience if it's 1-to-1? We've already made it clear that it was gonna be a 1-to-1. If you want to try out some real BS, now is the time to do so. If you want to be a little bit of a brain dead goofball, now is the time to do so. That is what the 1-to-1 stands for. Free to be one hell of a damn idiot. That's what I think. But I mean that lovingly. Lovingly. I know you Ken players love doing Jinrai Shoryuken for some reason. And I know a lot of Akuma players want to do Demon Flip Grab. That's a lie, they don't want to grab. Make sure you answer. Yeah, I sure do love to see that happen.
Dude, you know what's worse than Demon Flip Grab?
Nah, what's worse? What's worse?
Andy Bogart in Fatal Fury Series of the Wolves, where you can do Rev Excel Demon Flip Grab into a full combo.
Why can't he do that? Why?
That's the beauty of Fatal Fury Series of the Wolves. Every single character that has a command grab, you can combo off of it if you Rev Excel it, which makes every single character that has a command grab a better grappler than the actual grappler in the game.
Poor Tiza. Yo, buff T-Zog, bro. Buff grapplers.
Honestly.
Buff grapplers, and they deserve a lot. That's actually insane. And you know what's funny? I was seeing a lot of different opinions on Andy from City of the Wolves. I feel like a lot of people are happy with the character being in the game and all, but they're starting to rank him a little bit on the lower scale, lower end of the tier list. But
Really?
in my honest opinion, it's the character just dropped. Let it cook. Let it marinate, because y'all haven't found out every nook and cranny just. The game is also still pretty fresh.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, with every new character that releases, I like to give them 2 weeks until I feel like they should be like ranked in a tier list or whatnot. 'Cause I feel like that way with Elena, but even after almost a month, I'm still questioning like where she should be in the tier list, because I sometimes she feels mid tier, low tier, but then we saw I think it was like Mike X and TNS later this week go to grand finals with her. So even now, I'm just like, where do we put her in the tier list?
I feel like you gotta let it rock for like 3 months before you decide, because again, everything is possible. Someone that's really good with good fundamentals, as well as good knowledge of the game itself, plays the game is Jazdero playing with Mai Shiranui, going up against legenddaddy's Manon, who already got 1 stock up on the medals here. Jazdero with a crouching medium kick, able to fight back, and now legenddaddy in the corner with no meter, aka drive meter, to have, as Jazdero puts the hurt on, misses the DI, gets a quick light punch confirmed into oh my god, what is that special?
Oh, the Riembu?
Riembu. You know how many move names to remember, man? My brain can't handle all of this.
And then you get to players or characters like Aki who have different move names depending on the button you press, light, medium, or heavy.
Exactly, man. Oh my god. I have to go back into the treasure trove of move name list. Don't worry. Someone in chat will get mad with me. Someone will get mad with me about it.
But going back to the match here, I feel like Jazdero is kind of adapting to this 1-to-1 format here. We seen legenddaddy like go for so many command grabs, trying to be aggressive, but Jazdero is kind of just like shutting legenddaddy out, hitting them with the bionic arm level 2, and that's gonna be it. Jazdero moving on to winner semis.
That is very, very quick. That my costume 3 hits notes that no man should ever be hitting on the screen right now. But that's besides the point. This is a PG stream. I gotta remember where we're at. Like, all right. If you know, you know, and if you know, you have good taste, and that's what matters the most. Anyway, that was still a very good match, guys. Good to see the boy is still playing this game and rocking the Mai, no less. Mai is still a pretty fun character to watch on screen, especially in Street Fighter 6. We haven't even got Ken or Chun-Li in City of the Wolves yet.
Dude, I'm honestly curious of how RevXL and RevXL is going to work with Ken. We're probably going to see like Dragon Lash into Tatsu into a Shoryuken. I'm excited to see all of the combo possibilities Ken's got in City of the Wolves.
We're gonna see Genrai RevXL. I wonder how strong his pressure game would be if they're gonna iterate his Street Fighter 6. Or they could like dig deeper and like go old school and like just pick Ken's overhead kick where he just jumps into the sky and just slams his legs down. You could do that for a hard knockdown.
Oh, like the move Sean does?
Yeah, from I think Ken did it back in CVS 2, and he also had a roll as well.
Yeah. It'd be really interesting.
It's just a lot of thinking that you would have to do. I mean, in due time though, we'll figure it out. For the most part, still early on in the season for City of the Wolves, and hopefully everybody enjoys it as we are now stepping into our next match, which is rufianMX versus SimplyEgo. The names are a little bit swapped at the moment, but trust me, we're gonna get that fixed up for y'all as Blanca Ball starts us off from Ruffian, who is trying to figure out how to open up Ego, but Ego with a quick button, light punch, able to fight back.
A bit more context for Ego here. I know SimplyEgo has a good amount of experience with Blanca, as a player you may not have heard of. Galaxy Brand is in Ohio with Blanca, so I'm sure this is a matchup Ego is going to be pretty comfortable with, but the question is, can Ruffian find an answer to the JP matchup here?
I think Ruffian does not have an answer at the moment. It looks like Ego wants to take this fam out as quickly as possible, whiffing the grab. Not too sure why Ego did it. Probably thought Ruffian might have just stayed in front of him, but now this is what happened. Soon as you let Ruffian breathe, he starts to play the game, and Ruffian will tear this lead all the way downtown. But the health bars are even. Level 2 is active. What do we do? Oh my goodness, he tapped parry and died.
Goodness gracious. That is very quick rounds, but we're not stopping for anything. We're going straight into round 2 here, but SimplyEgo. Oh, we tried to sneak in a command grab, but Ruffian was fully aware for it. But now, here's the scary part. We're putting Blanca at the other side of the screen, but that's the thing about Blanca. He can just drive rush in, and all of a sudden, Ruffian's putting SimplyEgo in the corner, and now you have to guess for game with all of these Marvel mix-ups.
Yo, it's time to play the game, is what I would have said, but JP was able to escape. And look at my man right now. Saucy outfit, swaggy shadow clones, got the spikes active. Look, he doesn't have to do a whole lot. He can just play this. He's just doing this. He just walks away, gets the whiff punish, goes in with the combo. It's got some damage on Ruffian. The health bars are now evening up slowly but surely. Ruffian is still on the lower end of their health bar though, and their drive meter no less. But that throw is gonna put JP into critical territory, and one more combo could do it. This is gonna be the one.
Man, tried to sneak in yet another command grab, but I'll be honest, I don't think command grab's gonna work in this matchup. This is the second time we've hit it, and I think even like the second time it's whiffed against Ruffian, so we gotta find other ways to get in on Ruffian here, but it's gonna be rough. Pun not intended.
Nah, all intention with the pun. Let it rock. Trust me, I appreciate it, but I don't appreciate fighting Blanca, because look at where we're at. Ego had it in the first half, but now Ruffian is taking it by storm. However, we got the level 3 to get rid of that drive meter, grabbing the big old Blanca charm, poke him with the cane, put him in a stasis, and then Blanca.
Holy moly!
Oh, immediately too. Like there was no hesitation. He just did. My guy just straight up did it. First, the ones are funny, bro. I love this game. I love this game. I love this game as a first to one. This is actually really entertaining.
I'm honestly speechless of how quick that just ended, but man, all more power to rufianMX for making it work out. But yeah, I love this format here, first to one. It's so exciting and really just benefits our super aggressive players even more, including rufianMX here, who will be moving on to winter semis to fight against Jazdero.
Like when you see when you see a first to one, immediately you gotta think to yourself, I could do anything. Oh, he ain't gonna be ready for this one. I just go all in. I've played some crazy people before. That right there, while not crazy, was definitely one way to take out the big problem, JP in the. No more JP. No more JP.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the only JP in winners, was it?
Yep. We got plenty more characters to go through, but the only thing we should continue to go through is those codes. I'm sure we still got plenty more to go through. As a matter of fact, why don't we just hit that exclamation mark screen, huh? There. And yeah, on the screen here as well, Zombie and EnzoTheHokage, Ken versus Blanca.
Oh my gosh, yet another Blanca player we have here on stream, but oh my gosh, we were just talking about, I felt like Enzo's probably sticking with Mai, but no, we're bringing out the Ken for this matchup.
I don't blame him. I mean, who wants to deal with Blanca as Mai? It's probably not even a fun matchup. This man has his own opinions as to why he might not like it. And Zombie is sure as hell not liking it either. Look where Zombie is. Look at what Enzo's doing to the man.
Ooh. Actually, now that you think about it, I think with Blanca Ball, it could probably go through uncharged fans.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not something you want to deal with. Zombie right now putting Enzo in a very bad situation with low health, but the dry beater is still there for a reason. Enzo's got one more shot at life. Can they chip him out? Does a level 2 and manages to do so. EnzoTheHokage gonna be sitting on set point for this set to move on to the winner semi.
Enzo, the 9th Hokage, making it work out with that chip out sequence. Very good, but Zombie is going to get a good early start here, trying to Enzo closer to the corner. Oh man, we tried to do the day one DI the jump in, but Enzo is ready. This is a young man. He's always reacting to those.
Yo, young man reactions is an actual term that I will coin for the rest of my life. I don't care who said it first. It's now mine.
I mean, hey, if it's not been copyrighted, you can copyright it now.
Exactly. What a counter jab just to stop Zombie from pressing. And my good man is going to be down for the count. EnzoTheHokage moving forward in the bracket.
Moving forward, indeed, into winner semi is going to be fighting against later in the bracket here. But wow, very, very, very quick match. I'm going to turn into a broken record by keep saying that it's been quick matches, but these players understand them. It's a first to one. There, you have no time to be thinking about strategy or whatnot. You just need to be as aggressive as you can, and clearly, it was enough to work out for EnzoTheHokage.
You know, I don't know how many of these fighting game players are like speedrunners on their day-to-day basis. I don't know how many fighting game players play other games like that. All I'm saying is, if you want to learn how to speedrun a game, this is definitely the game to learn how to speedrun. First to one Street Fighter 6. Grab a friend, grab a drink, pour up a shot, play the game. Let's see what happens. Like, how fast can you kill your opponent?
It's interesting because I feel like we're so used to unique matches being like first to 5, first to 10. Some people would dare even go first to 25, but
Yeah.
it's unique seeing like a whole tournament dedicated to first to 1, and I love all of it.
Yep, I'm in every singular bit of it. Get into our more moment here. Going where they just had Zombie and Enzo play is gonna now be in the winner semi final bracket. Now Jazdero and Rufian, a pretty common matchup that I've seen time and time again. EnzoTheHokage and Jewelman, who I've actually not seen before. This is the first one, so we can't really put them on the power scaling levels just yet. We don't have those tier lists for those two players set up just yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if Jewelman will steamroll one again, because after the first one, I'm like, ooh, I'd be afraid to see that happen again. But I do love Jewelman, so I want to see it happen.
Yeah, honestly, two very aggressive players. We saw Jewelman win their game in winners quarters in the span of a minute, and we just saw EnzoTheHokage win their match in the span of a minute as well. So two very aggressive players. I'm really curious to see how that'll turn out.
Yep. Taking a good look at our bracket now, just in case y'all are not looking at this RGG. It's right here on the screen here. And again, first to one, meaning this was a very quick bracket. It's already 8:23 in the Central Time Zone, the best time zone. Our Match Arena prize pool is at $105 dues. Of course, we do got the loser side going on, and no, there is no type of redemption bracket. Again, adapt or die. That was the purpose of this whole thing.
Indeed, adapt or die. You only have two options, and the people who are able to adapt are now sitting comfortably in winner semis. But looking at the losers bracket here, we still got a few people to worry about. We've got Zombie versus azabelmont. We got Jocks versus Supergrenas. We got SimplyEgo versus Human, and we also got legenddaddy versus EC. So a lot of matches here to get finish up before we head on to top 8 here.
Top 8 is looking pretty stacked, I know for a fact. As we step into Jocks versus Grenas in the loser side now, here we are. Grenas already choosing the aggressive route. Jocks with a backdoor of their own. Got us locked in the corner. Whips the throw, unfortunately, gets the crouching medium punish as well. Corner here, base out the drive reversal, but Grenas with a throw to put Jocks in the corner. There's a throw escape. Now, we're in the situation where it's just a big scramble. Grenas holding the heavy Dragon Lash for a second.
I think we're holding that for a little while longer.
This is absolute sense. This right here is what happens when that's what happened. That's the freeze screen right there. That was all a setup. Jox was about to hit him with the meanest 1-2, just right in the head.
Dude, Jox just hit us with like the hardest Dragon Lash of all time that it froze stream. I didn't even know King could do that.
It froze the stream and then Supergrenas still took it. Yo, that was an off-screen moment in anime if I ever. Right?
But anyway, we're back into it here. Grenas taking rounds, but again, a little scrappier. And the thing about Kimberly is she hard excels when she's put her opponent in the corner. Like right now, oh, tried to sneak in a command grab, but Jox is fully aware of it, jumping above it. We're going to go ahead and let that level 3 rip. Or it's not going to burn Grenas out, but we are now at less than a bar of drive gauge.
Look, man, that KOF mentality is going to be super duper real. Grenas don't care. He about to go all in. Slides in and is now fighting back with the burnout. Catches the anti-air. Oh my goodness. And my man baits out the EX shorty Yukin. And now we're moving further in the loser side. Grenas taking it over Jox one game.
The more I'm thinking about it, I think Kimberly is a really good character in a 1-to-1 situation where she plays very, very scrappy. A very quick character. You have to really guess for game, especially when she has you locked in the corner. And if you guess wrong, you are taking like a good chunk of damage. Again, just like a character that excels really hard in the nitty gritty.
Kimberly is, like you said, one of those characters. Excels hard in the nitty gritty. I feel like she also excels well in the scramble because she's just super duper active, right? She can move across the screen. She has pseudo teleports. Not to mention she has paint cans to really create some sort of space to approach and make opponents just slightly scared. And once she's in the corner is when she gets really scary. She also mentioned too, we didn't even get to see the paint cans come out. Didn't even need them because again, who needs that in a 1-to-1 setting when I don't need to take my all in. Jump, hit you with the elbow on the way down. I can anti-air you with my command dash kick, and also just play the game. As simple as that.
Dude, I tell you what, about those spray cans, I genuinely believe the fact that you can now throw the 2 spray cans and it's a delayed explosion for the second one, I think she's high tier material now. The fact that you can no longer do reversals against her. If you do a reversal and hit her, you're still getting hit by those spray cans. And Kimberly now has enough time to commit to a full combo after the second spray can has exploded.
She's got a whole lot more toolkit to work. Feels not seeing the entire thick of it. We're still early on, man. Like we have so much more to go through. It's like we have more matches to go through. We're getting ourselves the next match in a few moments. Gonna be having who is this? Oh, no one just yet. We're looking again. 1-to-1. Everybody should be prepared. I don't know why people are stepping away from this.
I tell you what you also need to be prepared for is going on over to our Matcherino link. We still have 30 codes remaining to give 25 cents to our wonderful players. But once again, for those who don't know, if you go ahead and check out our Matcherino link, you can click the big blue contribute button on the bottom right there on screen. And once you do that, you are giving 25 free cents to our pot bonus for our lovely players to take home as soon as they reach top 3. So if you haven't already, claim your codes on Matcherino and give our amazing players some cash because they 100% deserve it.
Yeah, and speaking of deserving it, I think we also deserve a pat on our. We have gone through this whole weekend sitting here, lovely Saturday night. I'm sure everybody at home is, big chilling, drinking themselves a good old glass of beer, or maybe some juice, or it may be water. Stay hydrated, of course, especially if you're out here in town. Some of us commentators are. And, well, what else do I say? I mean, we got through the week, y'all. We're here. Hopefully, y'all's weekend's been good. I know my weekend's been pretty good so far. How about yours, 2B?
I actually was at a local tournament earlier today before I sat here on the commentary, but I've been doing nothing but calling matches and running that tournament ever since 10 a.m. So had a lot of fun with it, but definitely a little tiring, but I'm glad to be home here commentating some more Street Fighter 6.
Oh, of course. Street Fighter 6 is a fun game to just, sit down and watch. I mean, at its core, it's always a good time to see who can handle like the 2D fighting game. This is the 2D fighting game you play when it's like, all right, I know there's BS in this game. I know there's some nonsense, but can I handle playing some good old-fashioned Street Fighter where there is no like not command dash. There is no dash if I press forward twice. It's just a forward dash and a back dash. I don't have super jumps. I have regular. Not unless I'm that's another story for today. But yeah, it's always fun to watch some good old fashioned. I think this is the game that you could never really get tired of because once you're looking at it, you're suddenly into it.
It's a very fun game to watch. This is a very expressive game as well with the drive system and how you can either use it to play aggressively, play defensively. I know Noah the Prodigy has been used multiple times in examples of expressive gameplay and how he just spends all those resources just to get in, and it works. So it's really awesome to see how everyone decides to use their drive gauges in unique ways. So it's a very, very fun game to watch for that reason alone.
Yeah. Very fun game to watch. We have so many more fighting games to like look at. I mean, every tournament you go to, there's always a plethora of games to try out. See if you never tried it before. Give it a minute. Let it sink in with you. And just, you might just find something new. I always tell people, play other games, man. You're gonna find out something new that you never learned before. You're probably gonna find new characters and new tech that you could probably bring over to other games. There's a reason why a bunch of people who play anime fighters go play Street Fighter and they're suddenly super good. Well, not even suddenly. They're good because hey, they have those same fundamentals that they carry from another 2D game. It's just they're in a much more different. They're in a different pace with different input lineages, different like tactics for that character, but they still have that same idea of, okay, this is my button, that's like my crouching medium kick is there, that's like my 2B there, and what Blaze Blue or
Yeah, it's definitely easy to transition into different games, especially if it's all 2D. But I tell you what is an interesting game to transition to, a 3D game such as Dead or Alive 6. And believe it or not, our good friends over here at XF Showdown are actually bringing Dead or Alive 6 over to EVO this year. That's right. If you go ahead and type in the chat !EVO, it'll bring you up a sign up link for the BYOC Dead or Alive 6 tournament right here at EVO. So if you're in the area checking out EVO and I don't know if this bracket for Dead or Alive has an entry fee or not, but if it does, if you want to go ahead, try out a new fight game, or hey, you're like, hey, I really like Dead or Alive 6, and I really want to play it and meet other people that play this awesome game. You can go ahead, click the link below, !EVO, and sign up for what is going to be a very great Dead or Alive 6 tournament right at EVO here in 2025.
Yes, sir. And of course, everybody going to EVO, I do hope y'all have it. It is coming up pretty soon, as a matter of fact. If I'm mistaken, it's like, it's what, next weekend?
Sometime late July. Actually, I think it's late July. It's less than a month away. I know that.
Yeah, I'm talking about EVO. I actually do not remember.
Oh, okay. So EVO is happening August 1st through the 3rd.
Okay.
So yeah, it's that first weekend in August in Vegas.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, yeah. We're just waiting on the competitors. It seems like they have lost their place. So yeah, but thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for tuning into the stream. If you've already redeemed all the codes, you're amazing. If you redeem your code, then you're amazing. Thank you so much. And if you haven't, get to it. But yeah, we can switch. Yeah, BYOC. We don't have our schedule yet for the BYOC. They're gonna give it to us on July 4th, so we're just like slowly getting all the info for EVO, and it's like, people are trying to book their flights. So
actually, come to think about, when does player registration end for Evo or competitor registration?
July 1st. So if you want to do the main games or the
Oh.
official games, July 1st, you have to be registered by then, or else you could just spectate.
Oh, wow, that is
Go to Evo
really
for the
close
vibes.
from now.
That's pretty
Wow.
quick. Just go to Evo for the vibes. Don't play no games. Go ahead and watch people play. Go to the
Honestly.
mix-
No, honestly, I feel that because I only enter tournaments mainly just like to watch the brackets and also help run brackets as well. So I feel that.
Yeah, competing is like honestly one of those things that you can either have fun with doing or not have fun doing. I feel like a lot of people treat it with such a mindset, but that is a topic for another day, we'll say. But that is what I feel though. Competition is competition, but this is all games at the end of the day. I mean, personally, I'm trying to sit there and have competing and fighting higher level players is always, if you ask. Something about that just hits a different.
Yeah, and just playing against high-ranking players. The fact that even certain times you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you're this player from out of the country, from like Japan. Yo, that's really cool. I get to play against someone that outside of my own country."
Yeah. Also, different players from across like the nation, like the different countries and states and nations. Love seeing them all together, because every time the non-American players show up to a tourney, what I love to see is the interactions outside of the. These people are just super duper hilarious to me. I don't know what it is. Like ever since the combo breaker money or the combo breaker auction tournament that they
Oh my
had
gosh.
for Tekken 8, I've been constantly thinking about what for like the next couple of fighting games I decide to play. But we can discuss more about that later. Right now, we're stepping back to the match with Zombie and Azabelmont. Another Kimberly and the same Blanca as previous.
With a name like Belmont, I'm sure there was someone who is waiting for Poison to come into the game since she also has a whip, just like the Belmonts themselves.
Oh yeah. Nice call out, by the way. I haven't played Castlevania in a minute, but all I know is my boy Soma Cruz, Alucard, and Simon Belmont. Who else am I forgetting? Yeah, there's a lot of names to remember.
Definitely a lot of names, but two names, or one name especially got remember as someone who's frequent brackets and whatnot. Zombie rocking the Blanca, but Belmont making names for themselves as well, trying to get a single conversion on Zombie here. Just needs one hit, but you can't block forever, unfortunately. That's just the rule of fighting games.
Yep, you are only human for so long, and Belmont understands their place in this bracket. This is first to one. I have no time to sit here and play games. I gotta go in at this pivotal moment. Nice jumping heavy kick, by the way. Goes for the level 3, wants to take down Zombie's drive gauge, which is a good call. Again, the quicker you go through that drive gauge, the quicker you can win this round and go further into the bracket for the set. And the immediate DI on Wake Up. Zombie counters with one of their own, and this is not looking too good for the Belmont himself. He's gonna be put into this mid-screen territory, or the corner actually. Yep, at the corner, close enough. Blanca-chan's gonna help with the combo, set up another one. There's only one more monster on the screen left for Blanca to use at any point. And there's the perfect parry.
Oh man, I was holding my breath there. I didn't know if Zombie wanted to let level 1 rip him or not, thinking it would kill, but Belmont's living on life support, gets the cross up. We're not gonna find a way. Oh, we're not gonna find a way to combo to a super though. We gotta be careful until we get our drive gauge back.
Yo, he did 2 OP and then an immediate Blanca ball up right there from Zombie to just get out of that scary looking pressure. Belmont has got the tunes in his ears, is playing them jams as high as they can, because Kimberly is a different type of character when that level 3 has been used, but it does not matter. Zombie is a zombie for a reason. Coming from the dead, reanimated, reincarnated. Look at the pressure. It's all happening again, but a quick button from Belmont to escape the corner, and another level 3 in the same set.
Yeah, another level 3. I like going for the level 3 here. It does multiple things. One, Oz's slowly getting their drive gauge back. You're putting zombie and burnouts. Oh my gosh, I thought Kimberly was minus there. What? Oh my gosh, I gotta relook. I gotta look at. I gotta do some homework, man.
Actually, I'm plus there. Check it out. And checking it out, indeed, is azabelmont, who is one more hit away from moving further into the bracket. Gets the throw on the parry, and that will be azabelmont's game there to move on up in the bracket to 9. I'm very happy with that matchup for him, because I'm not shaking hands with a Blanca player, y'all.
Hey, man, hey, you and me both. You and me both.
But much love to those Blanca players, too, at the same time. I'm not going to sit here and just like that. It's just, that is the gist.
Yeah, that's the thing, how I will never hate on, like, Blanca players themselves. Like, they're all great people. I just have a problem with Blanca himself. That's the character I have the problems with, is Blanca himself.
Because a menace to society always has been and always will. I don't know how many more times we can even say it. It's a big record.
Oh man, we're getting straight into our next match here. Legenddaddy versus EC. This is going to be our last match before we move on to top 8 here. So, winner of this match will qualify for losers top 8.
Legenddaddy already putting Issy on the ropes, trying to get something started there, but Issy able to run away in the gate. Tries to go for the medium punch right there, but Legenddaddy with a good perfect parry, putting Jerry at the corner. There is one command grab, and could Issy eat another one? No, we're going to be eating a full combo instead, and I think we're closing up to that near round end there with another command grab. 5 stocks up, and Jury is probably going to be seeing stars if they get hit by another command grab once again.
Oh my gosh, dude. Legenddaddy cannot be in a better situation right now. 5 medals going into round 2 here in a 1-to-1. Legenddaddy, like, knows how to play in this tournament here. Just full-on aggression with these command grabs. Every single command grab landed against Issy.
Yeah, but Issy is also fighting back immediately strong. Now, you saw how this round was starting off with Issy doing a lot of stomping and a lot of boot to ass right there. Legenddaddy is already in the yellow, but one good command grab to close up the odds just slowly but surely. It went from being 90-70 to maybe 90-50 almost. However you want to word it, I can't find the right ones. Whiffing the command grab once again, and Legenddaddy is going down for the count with a DP. Good response with Issy.
Yeah, Easy's starting to adapt to this matchup here. Knows that Legenddaddy likes to go in for command grabs, but wasn't aware of yet another one here. We got 5 medals. We're hitting another one. Legenddaddy, can we hit a 3rd one? No, we're not. We're waking up level 3. We want none of this mix-up. We are saying no to the mix-up.
Nah, no mix-ups there. There will be none over here. Get away from me, foul creature. And now Legenddaddy has got one more shot left. Try to go.
Oh my gosh!
Grab. My man is just not caring about a singular thing. There's the anti-air and then the overhead. That will be Issy's tournament run for the 9th, going down for the count to the bed.
I tell you what, that match was getting really scary there for I almost said Daddy. I'm like, you know, let's not call him that, but Legenddaddy. But it got a little scary for Legenddaddy there at the end, because we were kind of getting a little trigger happy with the command grabs. The EC was starting to take notice, like, okay, I just need to constantly hold up and not even take a chance against this character. But they're still able to clutch it up and move on to top 8.
Yep. Now we'll be getting ourselves the switcheroo that we, you know, of course, have been bringing up times before. With that being said, your top 8 is going to be consisting of Jazdero, Ruffian, Jewelman, Enzo, Azabelmont, Supergrenas, Ego, and now Legenddaddy, who we all will be seeing for the rest of this moving on further tonight, starting with the winner semi. Sure. So with that being said, is there anything you want to let these folks know at home? Where can they find you or anything else? So 2BA.
I'm glad you asked. But as you can see on the bottom here, I have a Twitter at its_2BA. Sometimes I'll post different art drawings I do. Other times I'll announce like, hey, I'm commentating this tournament. But that's also just the only social media I'm on. So That's the only place you can find me, honestly.
Oh, well, you heard it here, folks. That's where you can find Mr. 2BA. Of course, I will be back with a good friend of mine named Why Cry, and we will be wondering out why are we crying over a first. Because, man, no one's prepared. Too quick. It's too quick.
I tell you what, I'm crying about the fact that my character got nerfed season 3.
It's okay, man. Hand on the shoulder. It's gonna be okay. We gotta get through it. Pat you on the back. We're gonna save you. We're gonna save you.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, welcome back. It is time for top 8 over here at XFS. I was being rumored in the background that I was coming out like it's some big ass reveal. Hell, if you've been on, I've been watching them on the side over here while I've been dropping every
Yeah.
single combo that I can imagine. Quantico, tell me about these matches. How you been
Man,
feeling? How have people been
playing
playing?
like they just got on the anime game for the first time and started pressing buttons. That's exactly what it felt like. You know what? You ever played BB Tag before? You were just like, oh man, I can
Oh yeah.
mash auto combo. Yeah, this is exactly what it felt like. Chaotic. We saw Jewelman steamrolling through a lot of people. We saw Jazdero like blindly beating up on people. We saw rufianMX robbing people. We saw Zombie robbing people. We saw Enzo just stealing games. Like we saw a lot of different matches so far. And now we are sitting here, top 8. I got Why Cry on the scene as well as we step into our next match, which is going to be Legenddaddy versus Issy or SimplyEgo. Hold on.
Yeah, I think this was our last match in losers
Okay.
round 2. So we might be swinging over to winner semis here.
Okay.
Or, yeah, Jazdero and Ruffian.
Round 1.
Obviously, these two no strangers to one another. Both the Mexico, both played in World Warriors 2024, probably playing in 2025 now. I just haven't been keeping up with mine. Different character than he was playing before, though. Jazz usually in the... Get her into the corner. Incredible stuff. We found a crouching medium punch. We drive rush, burn ourselves out, and are able to continue this pressure. But Jazdero knows that's fake and mashes the jab right away, puts him to the corner. Now you have to guess what that level 1 you got.
Exactly. Level 1, nah, we just drive impact and put you in stun. And now we're going to make sure it hurts as much as possible. Goes for the full string, gets this level 1, and this time it's party mode for Mai Shiranui herself, who's going to go for one throw, baits out the throw attempt from Ruffian, and that is a dead Blanca-chan. Ruffian, one more shot left. Who's going to move on?
Yeah, luckily we still in winners. Technically, they do have another shot, but gosh, that first one format keeps it intense. It's so quick. Every decision matters 100 times more than it usually does. People always complaining, I need my first to 3, I need my first to 3. But nah, dude, we're here at first to 1.
Yo, adapt or die, man. Like, yo, get with the times, dog. Don't y'all love when the game goes fast? Look, I know you said you want your handheld, but right now the only thing that's being held is this ass whooping that rufianMX is delivering to Jazdero here, and Jazdero run away, not trying to get poked up by the likes of crouching medium punch, nor heavy punch, nor 5LK as well. And Ruffian is just trying to fight back, but Jazz finally getting some sorry with that low amount of health. How do we fight back from this?
Yeah, great overhead there to continue this pressure here. We do have CA available, but opts for that level 1. Instead wants this buffed up. No, you die and nope, you can't DI there. Too low on the HP.
We got too cocky with it. Honestly speaking, Jazz should have probably just kept it easy. Shouldn't even thought about doing a DI. You know what I mean?
God, it's so built into our systems at this point. I know when I see the slowdown happen, my finger is mashing that button.
Exactly. You gotta be prepared for it. And look, at least you knew one thing's for sure and two things for certain. You reacted to it. But the only thing we gotta react to right now is the fact that Jazdero's got Ruffian on the ropes here. One more hit's gonna probably do it at some point. Does level 3 and then a level 3 of their own. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, man, he's got to show off the Mai Shiranui cutscene over here. Really nice stuff. I mean, heck, not our newest DLC character anymore, but she's still fresh in everybody's minds as one of them. And still looking fantastic. Destroying the competitive scene and just doing it all right now. What a great character to play. There's a reason you're seeing a lot of them.
And I'm not. And look, if you didn't play KOF, well, you don't need to play KOF. She's in this game now. Now you can play Mai in Xtreme Fighters 6. You will never touch a KOF game in your life now.
No. I gotta play 15. 15's the best modern fighting game out right now. I'm gonna die on that hill. It's so goated. The Season 3 patch was insane, but we could talk about Street Fighter 6 here. I'll bother you guys on a KOF stream. I know. I saw Supergrenas out here. I mean,
oh yeah,
super SNK coded. He's been destroying the world with Preacha and City of the Wolves. So it's so sick to see him out here showing out not his roots, definitely not his roots, but what I saw him in first.
Yeah, I've been watching Supergrenas play. I think I'm wondering, trying to remember who was it that they played back in actual KOF. I've just known them for Preacher throughout.
Yeah.
Say
I couldn't tell you off the top of my. The problem with KOF is you can play the entire gosh darn cast of characters and be very competent in it. So like, characters are fluid. I really only play 2 characters in that game, and my 3rd character is like, who's this guy gonna lose to? What's his weakness?
That's how I feel, dude. My team is K-Dash, Orochi Yashiro, and sometimes I still try to pick between the last character. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be Leona at some point because I ain't gonna lie, I'm like in charge a little bit. I got Yashiro for the absolute annoyance of get hit, command grab, loop. It's like playing Leo. And then I got K-Dash if I want to be like a little swaggy combo master. And then I got Leona if I just want to play charge character. See, it works out.
Get a little bit of it all in there.
Exactly.
None of that here, man. You got to hold at the 1-to-1 format, keeping everyone real honest in the Street Fighter 6 community right now. Speaking of keeping honest, this is like old school gamer versus the new of the new coming up. Jewelman. We were talking about it like pre-lobby. This guy has been in tournaments after tournaments after tournaments. I'm sure you guys have already said this. This is just me reiterating information that's so apparent. But Enzo, new to the scene, young guy, putting on absolute numbers.
You know, I love to see a lot of the young dudes come out and play. I've heard stories about people like in different parts of the country, of the world, at young age playing Street Fighter to a very high competitive level and getting super far in it. So I'm very glad to see Enzo, even in a 1-to-1 setting, is still this far into the bracket. That goes to show that this man is prepared for those types of situations to happen. And of course, the game is super duper active, so you have a lot of time to grind. And again, reiterating the same old stuff you've heard from so many different people, not just me, but you know, likes of many bigger names other than me, is the fact that these games, again, are active. We got a lot of time to play. We got a lot of people to work with and, you know, learn from. So take it while you got it, and that's exactly what Enzo did. Anybody can get into these games, and anybody can play them. Gotta put the effort down if you want to get better, or if you just want to be a little bit of a chill guy.
So, yeah, I'm not sure how much time we'll have into the next match. Oh, actually, we do got to talk about that match arena just super quick, guys. I know we're getting through a lot of those codes, but we still got a couple left. If you got your alt accounts, if you've got your other Google things, unlog in, relog in, get these 25 cents done. The quicker you guys download these codes, get them into our system, the quicker we can just stop talking about it. If you do have some extra cash as well, please don't forget to contribute. It really shows the support for your TOs, your players, and just that you really care about Street Fighter 6 out here.
Yep, not to mention you care about the community. I mean, the community is also a vital part of why people love showing up to watch matches online. People like, you know, going to these locals, you know, experience the vibes as well as experience the things they don't get to deal with very often, right? Being at a con, being with your friend, being able to walk around, play in the Jabali Land arcade 24/7, which I really wish I could have went to CEO for that, because that sounds so goddamn fun.
We'll get you out here next year, baby.
I know, man. I really do want to go, but guess what? I will be going somewhere else, and that's San Japan happening in August. And I hope that there is some type of tournament there, because I need a free win.
There will be. There will be.
Okay.
There's always tournaments at San Japan.
Always.
Anyways,
let's
we got
go.
matches.
Get the match like that. The World War II zombies veteran himself, Jewelman, going up against EnzoTheHokage right now. Already starting us off pretty good. Jewelman lower in the life bar, lower on their life bar actually. EnzoTheHokage is doing pretty good on it.
Yeah, doing off to a great start right here. Generally, we see him on the Akuma, but I mean, the Ken is always so proficient. Obviously, he had to learn somebody before that, and doing a really nice job of just playing that poking game, really just buffling this down to Street Fighter Alpha 2. But hey, we getting that Viism combo, we getting the confirms going and taking them right down with the DP finisher. Excellent stuff for Enzo.
That's all Enzo wrote, and that's all he needs to do. Jewelman starting us off with a lot of aggression at first, but again, that stand heavy punch, very infamous button in this game, because guess what it does? Everything. Pays your rent, pays your bills, the same old shtick, song and dance you've heard before, and immediately DPing the booty slam and breaking the throw. Jewelman not too sure how to fight back, but Enzo knows how to fight back. That's keeping up the aggression.
Yeah, it's so difficult to get through this pressure. Ken, obviously the corner monster, can take you there at any point in the screen and also just loop you while you're there. It takes a master's degree in patience, which we're not going to see here. This is an easy level 3 confirm into the finish. Nice job, Enzo. Almost on a perfect. Great stuff. Moving on in the bracket winners finals.
That's what I call the pseudo perfect, and he did that, all of that, by the way, off of just a stand light kick punish. That was very good. It was optimized to the point where it could kill. So, hey, I gotta give it up to him for that one. That's not something you can always do at the top, off the top of your head.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Enzo is such like a master at the small confirms, the simple things. He's really like put on a master class of what like oftentimes I give props to like older players, like spacing traps and just confirms that are optimized to the point where I'm like, why are you doing it so like well? Like you could do an easier combo here and just relax. And he just still goes that extra mile. And that's what makes him a top level player, is the commitment to the craft.
Crafting combos are everything, because again, you never know what you're capable of. And say for example, you find yourself an infinite combo, you're gonna be wanting to practice like God knows. It's like the show loops in CVS 2. That's what it feels like. You're like when you find out how to do those, you're like, oh, I want to learn how to do this like consistently. I want to get the max damage. So you just start mashing it out over and over. So you get it,
bro. Hey, I want my fence painted. I want it nice and clean. Oh, Mr. Miyagi telling me how good of a job I'm doing, so I can't say I blame you. And Enzo's such a master at that, but let's be real. He's going against one of the greats, Jewelman himself. He's going to hold it down in this losers finals. I guarantee you he wants another shot at it, and he's probably going to earn it. So
I think he will.
I'm excited for it.
He's going to make a pretty strong comeback. There's a reason why Jewelman still plays, you know? And there's a reason why you guys should still get some more codes on that match arena. Oh, because we got plenty more to go through. Once again, reiterating that until those codes are gone. All y'all are tired of the commentators saying it. But guess what? I don't care. I love y'all to death. That's why I see, what is that, 28 codes? I'm blind. Is that 28 codes?
Yeah.
That is
28 left. Almost halfway there. Go grab your friends. Go send the code in the all chat. Is an easy one to get it done. I know you guys know how to do this stuff. This is nobody's first tournament. I will never believe it's somebody's first tournament. If it is, say hi in the Twitch chat. Tell us how you're doing.
I hope everyone's doing fine. Twitch chat. It's a Saturday night, and you're here with me and Y-Cry talking about some Street Fighter 6 and watching us. I see it. However many viewers are there in the chat. Well, love y'all to death. Even if you're not here, or if you showed up for like a minute or two and just saw a match and went away, hey, welcome back, welcome home, whatever you. Glad you came out a little bit. That would.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I know you just said we're going to talk about Street Fighter 6 and more, but I wanted to bring up the fact that XFS is actually running a Dead or Alive, I think it's 6 tournament over at Evo on the side games. That is so sick.
Dude, Dead or Alive 6 is actually a fun game. I played it a lot with my girlfriend back last year. We played it a whole lot, and I gotta say that game, it's no DOA 5 LR to me. I love DOA 5 a whole lot more. It's a very soft spot for me, but DOA 6 is definitely a fun game. I love practicing that game, and there is just something about landing every single Honoka combo that just gave me a high dopamine level to just continue doing it. And then they add Tamaki to the game. Like DOA 6 deserves another game, and that's just because I think DOA is a pretty cool game.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And that one has Mai and Kula in it. Another Mai crossover game as well.
Mai has been in,
so hey, we can string it right back.
She was also in DOA 5. Mai has been around since DOA 5.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
The problem with Mai in DOA 5 was just that her I think she got taken down after a while, so you couldn't buy her no more. When you bought her, and when she came into DOA 6, then she was just officially in the game. So if you own Mai in DOA 5, that is the only time you'll be able to play Mai in DOA 5. If you own it, and if you didn't buy it, you're cooked. Yep,
that's crazy.
A lot of people never knew that because that's what they don't do. Play saying that for God knows how long.
Hey, but now we're swinging down to this losers final match. Losers round 3, playing to. We're still in the top 8 bracket, but we're trying to get into that cash point. Manon versus JP, a battle of endurance, a battle of patience. How will you get past the wall of pillars?
Wall of pillars will be hard to overcome, especially after the nerfs that 2BA was just talking about as well, right? But it does not matter to someone like legenddaddy who's going to get themselves a pretty good confirm and a second medal on the screen. Do we see another command grab? Yes, we do. That's level 3. Do we go for it again? No, we block and then we get thrown into the corner. Ego now has the upper hand, going to get themselves pretty good combo, all the damage as much as possible. Just keeps it simple with the spike to keep themselves safe.
Oh, what a great perfect parry to get themselves out of trouble there. Tried to copy their homework, but unfortunately not getting that grab confirmed that they needed. Do have level 2 active here. I think this combo is the full way through. If it doesn't kill, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's JP. It does the damage.
Yo, I gotta admit, man, JP has like some of the nicest looking combos, if not nicest, the most interesting looking combos, because like this doesn't work in the realm of Street Fighter, right? And then you find out that it does, and it's like this character's not playing Street Fighter, he's playing like Killer Instinct or something.
Yeah, for real. Has like install supers that keeps him active. He's such an interesting character, but I think he's going to be interestingly hurt here. Probably not a kill. Yeah, opting just for that extra stock simply here. Yeah, I like that idea.
Ooh, and I like that Sobot from Manon, who's gonna get it with the double kicks. And now, final round, final game, band for band, dollar for dollar. Who's going to get the #1 cent? And it's looking like it might be Ego, who's got the upper hand already with the offense, but a nice jump in from legenddaddy here. He's gonna use that level 5 command grab to add on the extra damage and keep the pressure, and then stand heavy punch into another full combo. What do we do after this one? We're gonna find out.
Yeah, an empty jump is read like a book. SimplyEgo will not take it standing down. And the level 2 here, a little risky, but should build that level 1 after the combo in case they happen to burn themselves out. But nah, we're going to keep things real safe here and try and get on the zoning game. Excellent forward heavy kick.
And now the spikes are active and the zoning is happening in real time. Legenddaddy has to block all of this out. The health is going down slowly but surely, and now it is officially at the point where one more hit can do it. And will legenddaddy be getting hit just like that, sniped from the skies above? SimplyEgo is moving on over Manon to the top 8 side of things in this section here, further into the top 8, right?
Yeah, no, really nice stuff. I mean, SimplyEgo has been showing up for pretty much since day one, putting in the work, the passion with the character, and doing it a whole bunch, real well. Also good. Oh my gosh, my words are starting to get hurt. But it was really solid stuff there. I love the use of the level 2, putting everything together. The only thing I saw was there was a very good interaction, a chance for him to excel in the beginning of round 3, as well as that finishing combo that he did right before he killed with the jumping medium punch. Bro, just level 1. We got to be spamming those. Every cent counts in a first to 1.
There was definitely someone, I believe it was Jazdero earlier, using their level 1 like religiously. You know, like
if it wasn't, it was S. So
yeah, we saw like 2 level 3s in one whole round or 2, and it was like, bro, y'all gotta use that meter. Play the game like it's your first time playing. Like you have no clue what you're doing. Just go in. I'm telling you, rub your face on the controller like you tell to everyone else when you're fighting in ranked match. Tell that to them.
Yeah, no, I mean, spontaneity is the name of the game, and like, luckily we're blessed with a cast of incredible players who are very spontaneous. Lots of the people that are still in this top 8 are just known for their insane single rounds, like live in infamy in certain tournaments, even if they're not necessarily the top 1 contenders. Still bracket murderers, absolute degenerates to a certain degree, and highlighted and clipped to the ends of time. We love you all. I say that with love.
And love is hard to find and give these days. So whenever we give it, you gotta appreciate it. There's a reason why we look, I'll say it like this. There was a match at Texas Showdown for Guilty Gear Xrd where my guy was playing Soul Bad Guy, and he just popped the Dragon Install and was just going all the way in. And I'm just like, yo, what is he doing? And it was literally working out. And I'm like, yo, there's no way he just got a round off of absolute pure crazy. Even the player that he was fighting was just like, what is going on?
Yeah, like when the lights are on, oh, it's a whole different world. It's I freeze up. I know others freeze up. My friends come over. They're wanting to break their fight sticks in half. They're like, dude, I played so bad on stage. And I'm like, you got to turn it off. You got to
turn the salt off.
Yeah. Well, you also, you play like your worst training variation. That's what it is, man. It's so hard when you get on stage.
It's
Totally
like the nerves start to kick in. It doesn't matter where you are because, again, you're still playing in front of a bunch of people who are witnessing your. Bro, I'll never forget I participated in Street Fighter 6 and I got. I had to laugh because I'm like, I haven't fought Blanca in forever. And I haven't been really grinding like that super duper hard. I just participated because it was for free for me. So I made it work out.
Yo, speaking of playing crazy, Supergrenas drive rush into EX.
Oh yeah, you were right about yo. My man did not care. He's on the brakes right now. The gas is stepped. He is driving 50 miles per hour in that car. Because again, he's fighting Ruffian, and he don't want to deal with this one at all. Look where we're at, full screen. You think he wants to get any closer? Nice. Yes, he does.
Excellent. Yeah, we're going to spend that level 1 early, get the Blanca doll activated, but actually, I guess due to one of her weird hitboxes or where it was placed, it runs off screen.
Let's confirm here. Elbow was placed properly into Ruffian's chest right there. Put that health bar lower and lower. Ruffian trying to stay alive right now, but Grenius is doing a good job just not approaching. As a matter of fact, keeping that long range, which Ruffian is actually having a hard time contesting, but looks like he just made his way in, has gotten us off with one grab, but an anti-air and a Blanca ball whiffing. Unfortunate good patience from Mr. Grenas himself.
Gosh, yeah, that was so intense. I mean, it went for the sweep, but actually did it too early so it couldn't be punished by EX Blanca ball. Really, really smart. Yeah, or definitely. Whether intentional or not, still great.
you look, if it was unintentional, you guys are saying, yeah, I meant to do that. That's what you have to say. That's the tech right there. And I'll tell you what else is the tech. The mix-up. That was the throw. They were able to break it. rufianMX still keeping his tournament run alive. But after that whiff right there, not too sure if it's going to be alive anymore. Uh-oh. Bad situation here. Damage is being lost, or health is being lost because of the damage.
Yeah, I like that option there. Able to just toss the can down and try and see what they're going to do. But instead reads that stuff immediately. Yo, Ruffian is out of here.
Yep.
See you next week, baby.
He was like, you know what? I think I understand my play. I'm good. I don't even think I need to see. I don't even think I need to play any more than that. Was super. That was a good call out from Super. I can't.
I mean, nobody's going to be mashing it faster, man. Those SNK players got the roll on the stick down. Absolutely obliterated. Incredibly stuffed. Incredibly good stuff.
The inputs that you have to do in KOF are like super duper strict, bro. Like, yeah, you're not wrong about that. He got them rolls on deck, bro. You gotta be moving that stick the way it should be moved, all around the box gate that you use. Or if you're using off the gate, like I did for a little bit, you can do that too. I don't know who's playing on it anymore though.
Yeah, it's still fun to have. I got one of my sticks with that on it. But anyways, I mean, yeah. But anyways, man, we keeping it moving on here. We still got Jewelman coming back versus SimplyEgo. He's very used to this type of a matchup, right? JP versus Honda. Not necessarily the greatest one, but we still got the claps. And I feel like with the recent buffs to Honda's kit, the claps have been coming back in a stronger force. And maybe we're going to be clapping some pillars, some little ghosts coming by. I'm excited to see what my man has in store.
Speaking of clapping the ghost, man, I'm thinking of Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The Knuckles theme that you hear for the first time. That right there was what I started thinking, bro. Ain't no ghost scaring Jewelman right now, bro. Only thing being scared here is SimplyEgo, but not actually. He starts us off with a very good drive impact on the headbutt.
Yeah, you got to be so early to get that off, but he's just aware of Jewelman's initial game plan and able to check him instantly. Right now, the throw game, dude. It won a major. Why can't it win XFS today? Nice pick.
Well, it's different. You wonder why? Because it's just SFX. You know, I'm not at my full potential. All right, I'm not really playing the game for, you know. I'm here just to grind. This ain't for real. But I'll tell you what is for real. This health that is being taken away from SimplyEgo, who's going to get Oicho thrown after trying to parry, and that man is DEA. No type of alive.
My God, I can't believe that killed. I mean, I know it was EX'd and it was like pushed through, but my God, so much damage available on that command throw setup.
That man Honda is capable of doing damage that you didn't think was possible. Just like he was capable of blocking that for so long that our screen is where it is at the moment. I'll tell you one thing for sure and two things for certain. I'm sure SimplyEgo is probably still putting us in that exact same situation where Jewelman expenses building up. You know, I did this. I'm the magician. Why cry is my
Yeah, and this is really interesting. He did have lower drive gauge going into this, but still finds a great opportunity here. Should spend his level 3, opts not to. Wants that final bits of damage, but gets the command throw here. JP starting off in burnout.
Yep, and now we see Jewelman with level 3 of their own, and just with SimplyEgo as well. Doesn't even need to use it, just a quick tap with the cane into the swipe, and now we are on set point for both of these players. Who's gonna go home tonight? Will it be Jewelman, who just did the booty to him twice in a row? Wasn't enough to send him home.
Excellent stuff. Getting some nice space control with Honda's giant normals, but immediately getting checked with the staff. Jumping around a lot, but it's all to just bait out some sort of projectile.
Yep, and that's honestly, that is honestly not the right decision. Well, guess what? You're gonna have to pay the piper because that damage is racking up. The level 3 has been used, and drive gauge is being retained, throwing you into the corner. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, a lot of patience coming out there, able to get that confirm into this DI impact and set him up in burnout. No level 1 is detrimental to Jewelman's life here. You see him trying to like jump to get around this because he knows his next hit is death, but unfortunately the fireball checking the level 1, keeping him in check, and SimplyEgo gonna move on.
Man lost, so now I gotta put gas in my car. I was all betting. Will this Honda player win and go on to losers finals? I expected. I bet on the dark.
Oh yeah, I'll always bet on Jewelman every single day of the week, but SimplyEgo is still a great player. Played that ending situation perfectly the moment he saw burnout. Every single decision from that point forward was calculated and perfect. Jewelman unfortunately played into that trap exactly as planned, and that is a JP specialty. Locking you down, holding you in the corner, doesn't even need the DI for the dizzy. Excellent.
Oh, you gotta love when a JP. I feel like JP players are super duper happy when their matches go the way they want. Oh, I didn't have to meter. I didn't have to like spend my cash. I still can go into the next round with more meter. Oh, I'm having a flash. JP game plan is just so simple yet so effective that it's like I can't really hate it, because if that were me, I'd be just as
Yeah, JP's plan is a puzzle in and of itself. You constantly have to guess right. You constantly have to put all of the pieces together. But we don't care about that at the moment. Instead, we're going to get EnzoTheHokage versus Jazdero here. Got the names flipped for just a brief second. But other than that, we know who they are.
Yep, look, I like the mix-ups itself. I like the fact that Jazdero has already got Enzo on the ropes, rocking the Mashinui, a good DP on the drive for afterwards, baits out the throw as well, and my goodness, this damage is not only there, but the install is, which is way more important after they go over the fireball with the Musubi no Mai. One more hit could do it for Enzo here, and that was the one smacking him on the head with the fan. Big bonkers.
Yeah, dude, that heavy punch is such a great move. Obviously, a lot of Ken's buttons are going to be that like high-profile damage unless he starts having to fish for crouching medium kick. But you know, if Enzo's throwing it out, it's the perfect time. He's found the clip, the thread of fate, and he's got you to the corner for it.
Yep, and still locking us down in the corner. The stand heavy kick just came through. There's the punish with the sweep of his own. Mai trying to find her way to get out of the corner. Enzo not giving him a singular chance to work with. There's the drive impact reaction, and we're going to be seeing an unfortunate dead butterfly known as Mai.
Bro, why do we do that to the 15-year-old? He's probably 16 by now. Why do we do that to the 16-year-old? Why? You know you're wrong.
He was introduced to the real world, man. He's got to level up. Look at that. 3 throws in a row. He wouldn't do it a 4th time. He just whip punished with a stand heavy punch. And my goodness, Jazdero is going to be eating a whole absolute cinema cutscene. But unfortunately, we don't get the best part of the super. We just get this side.
Yeah, I do like the finishing pose here, but yeah, the shut up is definitely like the coolest thing.
It's definitely favorites ever sent. And I also love that Enzo is going to seal the deal to grand finals, putting Jazdero in losers final. So now we are going to be getting SimplyEgo while the king EnzoTheHokage sits on the king's throne, watching other players fight their way to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's be real. If we've watched these matches before, if you've put time into Street Fighter 6, Enzo was probably the favorite to be in this winner's side. He's such a consistent player. He's so good at getting that single win, and he doesn't fall victim to cheese, I think is like the #1 thing. He's the most anti first to one that there could possibly be because he's reacting to the DI. He's reacting to the... and he's perfect parrying half the goddamn moves that are coming at you.
That is legit, like, young man reaction. That is what I'm talking about. That is what we all strive to see and be happy with watching. But now we're going to be watching... Oh, I'm sorry. Not watching just yet. A few more moments. It looks like we had a small error with the room. Capcom doesn't... As per usual. Been saying this. Just give us a second. We're going to get those matches running back up.
Yeah, that's... and you know what? I'd agree with you every single time if I didn't know Supergrenas' computer sometimes just does that completely randomly. So, CFN, it's always your fault, but I think this one very spare time, it might be user error, but we're going to get Supergrenas here back fast. He's used to this. We'll keep it going for you guys quick. And thank you, the players that are still here for staying in the lobby, keeping this thing moving super quick. You guys make my life so easy. I love you all. Explosive matches make the world work.
I love when the players are just understanding of the situation. See, it pays to be just someone who is understanding. Take your time and be patient. You're not going to miss anything. Just sit right there. You don't have to leave forever. Just come back to the time for 5 minutes. You know, oh, hey, I'm good now. Because when the error happens, you're not too sure how long it's going to be. Give it a little bit. Let it sit there.
Yeah. It's so silly. I mean, the nice thing is, I have found, I mean, I've been doing this for a little while now. I've been doing this since Street Fighter 5 when, like, netcode was a little bit worse and things were a little bit bad, but it was playable. And, like, we'd have whole streams just get locked up because, like, 4 people can't, like, get their crap together. And everybody's so chill about it. They love hanging out with the commentators. They razz us in the chat for messing up. They hang out with us and, like, give us content to talk about. And, like, that's the best thing about this, the FGC, is when you engage with the community, you hang out with us, and, like, everything works out just handy dory.
That's all part of this. That's, like, again, you know, that's the community aspect of it. I love, like, being at Texas Showdown, for example, as well as, like, Frosty Faustings and CEO Top. Interacting with a lot of the FGC was fun to do because I got to see different walks of life, and I always feel like that goes not only into your gameplay but also your, you know, life itself. But we could talk about life itself, the ones that will be depleted if one of these players gets a very solid hit, which looks like it's Supergrenas, who is playing the same way that they always have. What a trade, by the way, and that worked in the favor of the Superman himself.
Yeah, I mean, we were complimenting all of JP's buttons, but he does not win the speed war when it comes to this new generation. He might be new himself, but the age is showing on the beard. The command grab is working out great, and we're sending Kimberly back to the corner.
Yeah. Oh, actually, still in that mystery territory. Grenas decides to slide in. That was the unfortunately wrong choice right there. He's going to be getting opened up a little bit more at the lower end of the health bar. Grenas hopping around, using that KOF movement once again, trying to get out of the situation, but it was not enough. He got reaction checked, and SimplyEgo is sitting on set point potentially. Grenas has nothing else to say about it.
Yeah, we got a player at my local scene, man, who does that like it's the only move he knows. It sucks because he's such a good player, but bro, Dart will hit me with that 100 times out of 10. I'm susceptible to it, so I feel the pain.
And I was just playing some dudes in the San Antonio FGC on Street Fighter 6, and one of them picked Dalsum on me, and I was like, oh, we're not having fun no more, ladies and gentlemen. We're not having fun no more. It is crazy, too, because I'm playing Cammy. I'm like, this is a matchup that I win, but I don't know what Dalsum does, and he was way too prepared, just like SimplyEgo was way too prepared for that whole string of action right there. He got the overhead into the level 3, and now we're going to be seeing one more guess for game for Grenas to go either home or stay alive, which unfortunately, he's dead now, and that's going to be SimplyEgo moving on.
Yeah, that was a huge mountain to overcome. I don't blame the low getting checked there because we could have just immediately buffered in that overhead afterwards. I mean, there's so many options that could have happened in that scenario. So really great stuff for Supergrenas for holding it down there. I'll see you in a City of the Wolves tournament. Don't you worry. But thank you for coming up and showing out here, man. It's super sick.
Yep, we are in the latter half of our match right now. Now it's going to be Jazdero versus SimplyEgo. And again, Enzo, the 16-year-old Hokage, sitting up at the King's Throne, just waiting for the guys to come on up after scrapping it out to see who's going to be the person walking away with that big old prize pool of the 60% out of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A whole bunch of great stuff. And not to keep going back to the story time, but bro, the San Antonio FGC with the Dalsum and Aki, you have a lot of Aki players too. So I go out to Texas Showdown, and I love playing your scene because like they know that matchup like the back of their hand as somebody who plays Aki, and it's just so like I learned so much stuff.
Man, I'll tell you one thing for sure, I'll tell you one thing for sure. Texas FGC knows how to get down, and I'm gonna tell you another thing that is absolutely for certain. When it comes to Street Fighter, it is ran super duper deep out here in the streets. All right, when you want to talk about the Street Fighter, you gotta come out to Texas. That's where you need to be at. Right now, we're in UK with Jazdero and SimplyEgo trying to fight and see who's gonna get that second place spot to fight EnzoTheHokage and trying to make it first place. But right now, Ego fortunately able to keep my eye out of his face.
Yeah, Jazz doing a great job of dashing through the projectile spam and getting in quick to JP. The backdash to get a little bit of pressure away from you, but no, you still got to get back in here. Great jab to get the pressure down and the corner confirm into the level 1. This is a great pickup here by Jazz.
Yep, but I gotta say though, the Ego does have some pretty good defense. Is able to hold it out and stick it for as long as possible, especially for a zoner archetype like JP. Oh my goodness, they got throw on the blue stuff. Once again, a crouch immediate punch confirm is not enough to crack open SimplyEgo, but we're gonna be dead here for sure, just like that. Jazdero with already 1 round over, the Ego man himself representing the STG.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Building that space really quick, but the biggest problem here is JP doesn't fully win that full screen trade because he will just do single hit trades with the fireballs and just lose constantly. But hey, that mid screen working out pretty well for Jazz right now.
Oh yeah, it still is. The Musabina Maya from above, just like in drop an elbow, trade after trade. There's the DI, and SimplyEgo is going to be putting Jazdero right back where they belong. The same situation, 1-1 as it should have been previously.
Yeah, excellent stuff here. We need to lock in if we're Jazz. We seem to be taking a lot of unnecessary trades. Getting the level 1 activated seems to be a very nice win condition for Jazz. If we're able to get to that point, we might be able to take this here.
I think so. With a throw like that, we could definitely take it here from this point onward. It's SimplyEgo's doing the right job playing that out of the range that Maya wants to be in, but Jazdero does not care where they're at. He will get in your face and start the throw loops. Could go for another one, but just decides to dash up and back away. Wow. What a sneaky villain. He's going to go for the level 3 right here, and that is going to be it for goddamn sure. I know a beautiful level 3, absolute cinematic. When I see it, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's my sure new.
Yeah, really good stuff by Jazz. I mean, obviously he knows that character inside and out, was able to on all of the weaknesses that JP has. I mean, just excellent, excellent stuff time and time again. Putting together the entire bracket, swinging himself over for the rematch in the winners or in the loser side of grand finals.
Yep. And, you know, it's a first to one. It's either adapt or die. But not to worry though. The best thing about it being a first to one, something that I feel like a lot of people don't think of too much, is the fact that you are now used to what happens when you have a highly aggressive rush down playstyle that you've never gotten the chance to experience. Now you know what it feels like to deal with that, and now you have another sort of trick in your bag of like inside your book or bag of tricks up your sleeve that you can use at any given point now. So it just means that the next match you fight, maybe you can, you know, dig back into the first to one strats. All right, just go all in and just see what happens. Then you can slow it down and watch just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, funnily enough, this is the one match this entire stream where we could potentially get a first to two. Because it is technically, if Jazdero wins this match, we will get the rematch and go for the next one. So,
yep, I sure
could
hope
be a
we
very
can get
budget first to two.
All right, well, those players are definitely sitting in the hand seats. The hand is going to be given to Jazdero going up against EnzoTheHokage. Those names are flipped, it seems. Give us a moment to flip those around. Oh,
no worries. As long as we get to watch that match, that's all that matters to me. Looks like Enzo getting that low forward, confirm into the DP to start things off spicy here.
Yep, and now both these players are taking their time. Enzo just kind of watching and staying patient versus Jazz right here. And Jazz throwing out the fireballs, trying to get Enzo to crack open a little bit. Whiffs the button, but a 5LK will be right there for Enzo to capitalize. Goes in with the crouching meat light punch into a full combo. Once again, what's the next situation going to be for Enzo? Uh-oh.
Yeah, just a wonderful frame trap with the double lights into the heavy kick. But, yo, you can't keep Jazz down. Mashing the lights, tossing to the corner. Wants the reset. Coming in quick here, but doesn't matter. EX Fireball closing out that walk forward range.
This is going to be tournament point here, if I'm not mistaken. We are sitting on that first to one still, so it's going to be up to Enzo, actually, to keep this tournament run alive all the way to the end. One more should do it, but Jazdero has something to say. I don't want to go out just yet. Let me get that level 1 stock up.
Ooh, and still able to find the throw here. This is really nice.
Ooh,
getting getting the drive rush forward. The throw loops are real. They might have been nerfed, but it doesn't matter. With one bar, anything is possible. Just living that.
Jesus Christ. No anti-air? Oh, this cannot be good, bro. No way. Not like this, right? Hold on. Backs away. So trying to keep themselves alive right now. There's the throw.
Yeah, no, he knew for a fact it wasn't going to be like this. Had enough HP to make a couple mistakes, but now it's all even. 3 bars apiece, max everything. Let's see who wins it.
Ooh. Immediately after the overhead, my guy just threw out the crouching light punch and was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. That's not that plus.
Interesting sweeps. We've seen Jazdero like go to that position quite a couple times. And Enzo gonna get a crazy easy punish here. Should just go into level 3. This might just kill.
Yeah, that's definitely death right there. Well, it's looking like this is your champion, ladies and gentlemen. Or let's see, is it gonna kill? Yes, it does. 25 hits.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the special starter scaling is for this situation.
Me neither, but not with that one. Oh man, we sure as hell found out.
Making it clean, making it easy. EnzoTheHokage gonna be your first to one champion, not dropping a single game as he goes through this tournament. Excellent, excellent stuff.
Hella, love to see it happen. You know, that makes me and Cry happy. Now we're able to leave y'all, like y'all been wanting to go home for so long. Look, I want to stay with you guys too. I know y'all want to stay here with me, but we're all men at the end of the day. We all got our business to handle. Men, women, whatever you are choosing. Hey, you are? I'm happy with that. What you want to do? It's all good. It's all good around.
Well, Kwamako, man, it's been a great time hanging out with you. Thank you for holding down this whole stream the whole time. And we gotta thank Xtreme Fighters Showdown for putting on a great show. We had a couple issues with tech and stuff, and we persevered. We kept it going. And honestly, a very quick, simple night. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. In the meanwhile, I hope you guys finish up some of those matches. I have a funny feeling most of you guys have gotten the opportunity here to submit those. But if you do have a friend who you know is always able to spend those 5 seconds to get the Matcherino code, send it to them at everyone in your Discord chat, and let's see if we can get Enzo paid so we can keep his tournaments coming around. We need to make sure that man's at every big one coming up here with World Warriors, Evo, and heck, let's send him a couple places international if we can. Why not, baby?
We got plenty of places to be, just like we got Dead or Alive 6 in the BYOC at Evo. So, guys, if you're going to Evo, hey, be sure to sign up now, because I'm pretty sure that registration will be leaving a month or two from now. So, might as well hurry up. Got a few more weeks left. Other than that, we got plenty of codes to give. I saw 27 codes left. Y'all already know who your winner is. EnzoTheHokage, followed up by Jazdero, and then SimplyEgo, then Supergrenas, Rufian, Jewelman, azabelmont, legenddaddy. Thank y'all for playing. Glad y'all got this far. And of course, shout out to the other players who did show up, play their matches as well. We appreciate y'all's time and patience with not only dealing with Street Fighter itself, but also playing the game being around me and Y-Cry.
Heck yeah, dude. It's always a great time hanging out here in the streets. And I'll keep commentating until I finally do something horrible enough that they keep me away from all this stuff. I think we got our TO to say some words here. I think I saw her unmute. Am I crazy?
No, I unmuted myself. Yeah, thank you guys for holding down the stream. Y'all are amazing. Every single one of y'all. Kumoko here the whole time. Y-Cry, 2BA. Thank y'all so much. Hi, Siege. Imagine. Yeah, thank y'all for holding down the stream, bearing with us through some technical difficulties, but I think it was a pretty good tournament. Being first to one, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. Adapting or dying. I feel like people usually kind of rely on, oh, I think I have a couple sets so I can play someone who's not my main and maybe get away with it. But like this, you had to bring out the big guns right away or else you went down to losers. So pretty great showing for y'all. We do have some upcoming events. We have a Soul Calibur 6 tournament on PlayStation coming up on July 19th. And then the week after that, on the 26th, we have a Dead or Alive 6 PlayStation tournament. So if you play DOA or Soul Calibur, then you can sign up for that. Head over to our Discord and we'll post the link sometime tomorrow. But other than that, we're really taking a light break for July. We're having a lighter schedule because we got Evo coming up. So we're trying to, pull it all together with the 38 days we've been given. Like they said, we are hosting a BYOC tournament at Evo Vegas. DOA actually, if you don't know, was banned at Evo. At one point in time. So this is really big for the game to be allowed back into the Evo parts. And we have the support of the devs, Team Ninja, Koei Tecmo, helping us with this tournament. So shout out to those guys. They're awesome. And the world champ Hoodless.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's also a partner with us. So yeah, lots of great stuff. Beast in the East after Evo. If Evo is too crazy for you, come out to Beast in the East. That's happening in Virginia on the 22nd to the 24th of August. So yeah, lots of great things going on. But again, thank you so much to our commentators.
It's always a blast to hang out here, and thank you for having us as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all are amazing. But yeah, you guys join the Discord if you want to stay in the loop with everything that we have going on with XFS. But other than that, we are out of here. And we hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
Yep. Easy and stay safe.